All right, so I'm looking through all these stories of the day, and this one caught my eye as I'm just kind of checking out the sports page. Remember when you used to have a newspaper? It's pretty simple, right? Nowadays you do it drips and drabs on the cell phone, on the internet. I go hard copy still a little bit on Sunday, but old school is this. Okay, this is when you print up a story. That's considered old school now. This one caught my eye though. Let me get to it. Astros fan sues for $1 million after breaking finger in t-shirt gun mishap. Okay, it's a woman in Houston who is at the game. I have to put on the cheaters, as they call them. Basically means the dollar store glasses that indicate you are going somewhat blind and age is setting in. Took place during a July game in the 18th season. The woman attending the game with her family. This guy right here, this little cute, cuddly guy with the gun, the t-shirt gun, Orbit. Okay, he fired multiple t-shirts into the crowd. One reportedly hit the woman in the finger with enough force to fracture it. This is Orbit pointing out his target out there in Houston at Minute Maid Field. Not much of a violent-looking guy, Orbit, but nonetheless, the woman in the suit is accused of being negligent. The team is accused of being negligent with the t-shirt gun. Those operating the gun were not properly trained. The Astros did not warn fans about the t-shirt gun. She's suing for $1 million to cover a pair of surgeries, pain, mental anguish, and loss of earnings, according to KHOU Channel 11 in Houston. Quick thoughts on this. First of all, Orbit is one of the cutest mascots you will see. Does not look violent. He's got a perma-smile. Look at him again. Despite him having the gun in his hand, you come on out to the ballpark. You're going to have a good time with Orbit, regardless of age. $1 million. Mental anguish. How much anguish can you have? I understand a fracture is a fracture. I don't want to do it on camera. But that seems like a hefty lawsuit. And by the way, when you go to games, okay? When you go to games, I'm going to give you my personal account. Expect anything to happen. Unfortunately, you see these incidents, and I'm happy that they put extra netting up like in Yankee Stadium. Foul ball flies into the crowd, and there's a traumatizing, critical injury that happens. I remember a small girl a couple of years ago had a serious condition after getting hit by a foul ball. They put up the netting last year, I believe it was, or the season before, did the Yankees, like a lot of teams. But here's my point. Okay, I've caught 3 things in the crowd as a fan. I caught one t-shirt whipping out of that gun. And by the way, when that t-shirt is fired, okay, when Orbit's pointing his fingers, for the 3rd time, let's show you Orbit. He's pointing. There is not a fan who isn't going crazy between the you get it, all the music that's pumping. They show it on the Jumbotron. You know that that gun is coming. And how trained do you have to be for a friggin' t-shirt gun? I side in favor of the team. So I caught one t-shirt. I made an Odell-like catch back at a Nets playoff game. Jason Kidd circa 2001-ish, 2002, right before they went to the finals against the Lakers. They fired one in the cheap seats. I made a great grab. That was my one t-shirt. I've caught 2 pucks, okay? Literally caught one in the head. Here's a picture of it. It's on my wall. Here's the puck. There you have it. On the wall right now. I was going to take it down, but I didn't want to Velcro it the way it's put up there. It's set in stone almost. It's perfect. But you get the point after seeing the picture. Let me show it again. This puck I got as a 2nd grader at Madison Square Garden back in the dizzy day. There was a player for the New York Rangers. His name was Barry Beck. One of the last to not wear a helmet. A pretty boy. Fan favorite. I guess my favorite at the time. Long story short, had great tickets, went with the family, right on the ice, right on the penalty box. About a row back in Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. So we went extra early. Barry Beck and the Rangers, they're out there on the ice just doing drills, skating. And it was my very first hockey game. I'm this close to the ice, little kid, little boy, and whoosh, right off the right side of my forehead. After about maybe 3 minutes of being there, a puck off Barry Beck's stick. My eyes were glued to him. Whew, into, I don't know, the mezzanine. It flew. Never had a lump. It hit the right spot of the head. Maybe it explains a little bit nowadays. Never cried. And the cool part is I had my Mean Joe Green, hey kid moment, right? Like the Coca-Cola commercial, forgive me. Got the rival in there. It's Coca-Cola, not Pepsi. Coca-Cola is too cool not to have that commercial forever. Throws the kid the jersey. Well, Barry Beck came over with a puck to the security guard. Gave it to him. Security guard came over to me and he said, "Kid, you all right?" And he winked and skated off. And I was like, yeah. And it made my night. I still have the puck to this day, more than 30 years later. Okay? And even as a second grader, I was aware of my surroundings. I'm telling you, I learned a hard lesson then. And then I got another puck that made it into the crowd, same seats, much later in life, high school sophomore, off the stick of Joel Otto and the Calgary Flames. It was somewhere around 93. I want to say something. No, before that, maybe 89. Okay, 88, sophomore in high school, 88, 89, I want to say. I dove into a dog pile with 3 or 4 other teenagers. I came up with the puck, fought for it, scrapped him, was pumped up, and I got on the Jumbotron at Madison Square Garden. So I've gotten 2 pucks and a t-shirt in my life. And when you go to the games, it's buyer beware. And again, they alert you that a t-shirt's coming. With a puck or a baseball, foul ball, you don't know. It could be an act of God. But when they're doing promotions, like Orbit was doing, expect a flurry of activity and the fact the t-shirt might indeed be fired your way, and accidents do happen. So I declare the Astros the winner in this case. I don't think she gets $1 million.